Hello guys, we're gonna get started here in just a little bit. Just gonna share the link here. All right. All right, it's gonna be an interesting one here. In Your House 3. Opening there. Oh, and also GSW is hosting some trios qualifier matches for six-man tag stuff. Opening one for that is the Horsemen of TWO going against the Sword. Since it's qualifiers and to ensure that a winner is picked and doesn't end in a tie, cup play will be off for these matches because, to be honest, in my experience, 6-man with 30-minute time limit, it seems like the results happen on more frequency with cup play off, so wrestlers don't come in and break pins constantly. If LJC says something about that and wants to change to like normal, then I'll do that. But I'm just gonna start off with that just to make sure guys are picked. Cause, hi DPS, how you doing? Hi Star Fox, how you doing? That's good. That's good. That's good for both of you there. So, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one here, for sure. I don't have to worry about wrecking this one. Let's see, where's Sword? OFG. But yes, unless LJC says otherwise, I'm having cup play off for these matches so there's a winner, because these trios qualifier matches he's doing, I assume a winner needs to be there. So if there's a tie in any of these matches, it's gonna make things interesting for him to like navigate through. So let's see how this opener does here. Yes. Ah. Well, it's only 6-man tag. But like I said in the last stream, I'm still working through the music stuff. It looks like for the most part, some guys are pretty solid in that with their themes, but there's a lot of themes. Like I said, there was a lot more themes I had to edit down than I thought. So I have to go through, I'm gonna have to go through all the rosters and check the guy, excluding YWA and all that, and check and adjust everything. So make sure everyone's at there. But the good news is after all that's done, there should be a lot more. We won't have nearly as bad of a spacing issue with music stuff as we did before. But that will cost some events. Like we've had a few, I have to skip some entrances just a little bit. But it doesn't affect all of them though, so it's not like it's a consistent thing. Dragon Screw. Now, unlike other In Your House events where there were 8-match pay-per-views, this one's going to be a 10-match one, which is interesting to see within your house. Claudio and R. Man, that would have been a great matchup there in real life. In their primes.
Give up. Yeah. Come on. Give up.
Big butterfly suplex.
Come on.
When doing a fantasy match across generations, do you think of when or where it would be? That's a good question. To be honest, I guess the best way I can think of, if you're gonna pick, I think, to be honest, I think the best way to do that is like legendary venues themselves. Like for example, like Arn and Claudio going against each other. You could put that really in any legendary venue and I'd be okay with. You could put that in Madison Square Garden or the Nitro set or something. Over brother, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it, is that because the thing with those matchups, it's one thing if it's one of a certain era, like Owen Hart against Benoit. I mean, you definitely want something within the 90s era for that, just for vibes. But if you're going for something that's decades separated from each other, you could really pick anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a hard thing to pick. And I guess it depends on the wrestlers too. Like, again, the vibes. Like could they fit in those time periods? Like, for example, Ric Flair, I always felt like Ric Flair is one of those wrestlers that could work in any time period without, oh, neutralizer on the concrete.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Give up. Give up. Come on.
Oh, grounded super kick.
Give up.
You see, that's the thing with that. Like that might be a bit early, but if you do like a venue that's more like early to mid 90s, I could buy it, because if you do something like 94, 95, that could work. Ricola bomb.
Right. Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, Arn gets tossed out of the ring.
2, 3.
Tight cradle counter.
2. Give up.
Flair gets Irish whipped. Gut wrench suplex. Good in there. Prime Horror ring. Yeah, they could. One wrestler that is easy to forget that I think legit works in area is Big Boss Man. And there's a great example of that, because you see him in the 80s, and he's, you know, like 80s cop, and then you see him in the 90s and he has this SWAT gear and he's a heel. I mean, like those kind of gimmicks, like if they're done right, they can be so timeless. And if you frog splash,
2.
if you get a wrestler's gimmick that can work in any area, pedigree, any era, that helps a lot. Like those timeless characters. Claudio and Tully here.
Give up.
Lucky counters, yeah. Oh, slingshot suplex. Oh, almost had him with the slingshot suplex. Goldberg, like the little words powerhouse guy. Alright, these matches are going to have 30-minute time limits, so it's going to be very careful. You guys have to be careful. Ooh.
Come on.
Previous eras, yeah.
Come on.
High knee there.
Come on.
Goes for a cover.
2, 3.
Oh, look at this. The sword gets the win. Got an 87. And since that was an interpromotional match, GSW is going to get a couple credits for that. There's going to be a few more tonight. Next one though is a title shot match for a title shot match, and it's going to be a submission match as well. And it's going to be between Benoit and Danielson. A little bit of a dream match, a little bit. And it's going to be some good exposure for SWA here. No, not Johnny Kidd. No, not Johnny Kidd. Oh, yeah, definitely. Alright. See how it goes. Also, the first week of TWN did conclude today with IGW having their show, so I'll be calculating the standings. And as a reminder, the promotion that performs the lowest each week will be given a negative wheel spin or a loser wheel spin, and whoever it lands on, they're gonna have to deal with whatever possible consequence that can be given to them.
Give up. Yeah. Ah. Ah.
Big maneuvering there.
Give up.
Oh, that reminds me, LJ, I'm glad you're in the chat. Who's in the Inner Circle group in your booking? Not Inner Circle, Elite. Who's in your Elite group with the booking? Because my memory has slipped on that.
Give
The
up.
bell lock.
Give up.
5 minutes gone.
Omega and the Young Bucks. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I guess I was just like, man, why does that sound familiar? Okay, yeah. So that's FTOA stuff. All right. Tiger suplex. Also, since there's guys here, the next free agent up on the list, unless guys get bumped up, will be John Tenta this week, also known as Earthquake and member of Dungeon Doom. He was put on because it was a while ago when he was put on. Oh, multiple Germans. Because he's a little underrated. He wasn't really given a lot to work with, but according to a lot of people, he was actually a really, really solid wrestler, but he was never really given a chance to really, like, do solid work, because his prime was during eras where either he was in cartoony WWF, and the only thing he can do were, like, splashes. Allowed to do with splashes. And then by the time he went to WCW, they were still doing cartoony shit. By the time NWO stuff started coming around, he was pretty much done. So he never really got a chance to, like, be more him. Golga too, yeah. It's gonna be interesting digging his move set up. I am curious on what his moves he did, because he's going just missed it. Oh, he's going for it again.
Give up. Give up. Give up. Yeah.
Back suplex.
5, 6,
Yes.
7,
Oh, the crossface on the concrete.
9, 10, 11.
But yeah, there are differences between the label lock and the crossface, even though they are very, very similar moves. Like I think the biggest one is just the angles of everything. Like the arm placement's a little bit more on the crooked side. Like the bending of the head with the hands, that's a little bit more crooked. Like the crossface, everything is just like straight. And the label lock is everything has more of a hook to it. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, and Benoit taps. Ooh, just about when interference was going to come down to the ring. It looked like Jerry Lynn. Awesome match, though. Yeah, pretty much. Just like it's in its traditional Neo Planta crossface. Yeah, exactly. Next one we got another 6-man match. The Brood of IGW go against the Job Squad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the arm is trapped in the legs, but it's not really crooked in. It's just held there. Oop, no, not Luna, even though Luna could. Alright, and then... This is going to be interesting because Hardcore Holly and Gangrel had a feud in IGW, and Gangrel swept him, and it forced Holly, and it made Holly leave. So this is going to be interesting here, dynamic. Alright, let's see how this one goes here. But yes, there is another... There's 2 other qualifiers, so there's 4 total tonight. This is the second of the 4. Hey, Skingrel in that ring. Yeah, he's good.
What does everybody want? What does everybody need? What does everybody love?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Starting with Al Snow and Gangrel here. You know, there's a good thing to do. Like, what would win in like let's say you had let's say WCW, WWF, but only the lower mid card could work. All the upper card main event guys were like gone. Like, who would you think would thrive the best of that? Because I think about him like I mean, you could argue the WCW lower mid card had better consistent matches, but you could also argue that the WWF mid card guys, you could also argue that their characters might have stood out more. Yeah, exactly though. That's the thing. Like, the cutoff would be a big one there. I would say, yeah, you would have to go down through a list of who you would cut and who you would keep. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, it is very possible they could have. And here's the thing, there was, and that's the thing, there were still good stories going on in there. I mean, there was the Jericho Malenko one. There was freaking, what else was there? You had the Flock story stuff with Raven. You had, I'm trying to think. Ah, man, I know there's more. The Guerrero Rey Mysterio rivalry. I mean, there was quite a bit. Yeah, they definitely got that later of the two, for sure. I would say, yeah. Best of 5. Oh yeah, see, exactly.
Give up.
U.S. title. Yeah, Relive and War, he just went through their best of 7 for the TV title, so shock treatment. Benoit versus the Flock, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that recreated. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Like, I love the idea of Benoit and Raven going at each other. Yeah, that, I will say, like, in terms of, like, match quality, like, to be honest, WWF, I always felt like I felt like the New Generation era had more like, technical quality wrestling matches than the Attitude Era. I thought it was Benoit, too. I thought both him and Benoit did US as well, but I could be wrong too. But yeah, like, just looking back, I was just like, you know what, there might have been more good technical matches in the New Generation era than the Attitude Era, because the Attitude Era was very influenced by the hardcore ECW and gothicness with the Kane and Taker and all the gothicness. Like, the New Generation era, you had, like, the smaller guys like HBK, the Hearts. You know, you had a lot more technical driven guys kind of going at it. So you could argue that in 1-2-3 Kid, I mean, you could argue that, like, technically speaking, New Generation probably had better, like, in-ring wrestling than the Attitude Era. But at the same time, though, at least with the Attitude Era, like, pretty much all levels of the card had, like, fun, good characters that you could get invested in, and they worked well in the ring as well. As in the New Generation era, once you get past that upper mid card, it's just garbage. Like, the roster of the number of guys in the New Generation era that stood out well and worked in that era is very small.
Give up. Give up.
Yeah, punch, 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 exactly. But it worked though, you know. And to be honest, I think a lot of it has to do with Austin's injury when he got pile driven by Owen. Because before that, Austin did do technical stuff. Even as the Rattlesnake he did, if you watch some of his earlier matches as that character. But that injury made him change his whole style. And because of that, I think it also kind of low-key kind of made other wrestlers kind of go more that direction too. Because since he was the main guy, and since a lot of the matches wherever he did was hyper-focused on, then that style just kind of had a domino effect a little bit, I think. I mean, Ruthless Aggression era had a lot of great technical matches. And, like, you could definitely argue that Ruthless Aggression era had better technical matches. But you could also argue that that era also had a lot of stupid shit, too. Oh wow, really? I knew you preferred WCW, but I didn't know you hated those matches. Yeah, the thing, I think what made them get away with that during the Attitude Era is because people were invested in the characters. I think that's what made a huge difference. Kind of like in the 80s, like, because in the 80s, good majority of wrestlers didn't know a lot of moves. Like, or at least, like, there wasn't, like, a ton of, like, varying moves. It was all very, like, rough cut joint manipulations, this kind of stuff. So with some big moves thrown in. So, like, the Austin Rock thing kind of proves that as long as you get great characters, you can have them do anything, and the audience will be into it. And that does work to an extent, but you definitely, everything just needs to gel right. And that's the other thing too. Sometimes it's not so much with the wrestler moveset. It's not so much like what moves they have; it's how they do them makes a difference too. Because there's certainly a difference between like a Macho Man elbow drop and a Steve Austin elbow drop. Like there are differences there if you watch them. Like the mannerisms and everything make a huge difference with that kind of character work and stuff. But, you know, those little details do add up at the end of the day. And that's why I love Austin's character so much, is because it's so authentic. Like, it's legit. Like, it never feels fake with that character at all. Same thing with The Rock. Choke slam there. But I get why some people may not love wheelbarrow suplex. I get why some people may not like Attitude Era during that time, because it definitely was very rambunctious. Like, the Vince Russo-driven story stuff early on in that era, you know, the match quality was definitely hardcore story-driven, not a lot of, like, not like WCW, we had the Cruiserweight division. But here's the thing with the WWF, though, like, even if you don't like their matches, I mean, at the very least, when the main event happened, like, when they said they're gonna do stuff with the main event, 9 times out of 10, they delivered. I mean, yeah, there was times where they didn't do what they said they were gonna do for sure, but they didn't pull, like, I don't recall them pulling, like, finger poke of dooms during that era or stuff like that, really. Or at the very least, if they did do a switcheroo, it was usually, it paid off. Like, they only did it on something they knew would be better anyway. But, like, WCW, I mean, when was the last time, because, like I said, I've been watching Reliving the War, like, WWF invented the finger poke. That is true. That is true. But what made that one work, though, one, it was a mid-card belt. But I think what made it work, too, it was fucking funny. You know? Because they were heels. And it wasn't something that was twisted up or promised. And here's the thing, like, when Shawn and HBK did it, it was just those two guys. You know? That was DX. And it was just kind of as a way to flip off Sergeant Slaughter. But with the finger poke of doom, the difference with that one is it was another swerve. It gave people stuff nobody wanted to see. And yeah, exactly. Like, cause keep in mind, like, the Wolfpack, I would argue that when people, because a lot of people compare the NWO to DX and all that, I feel like the Wolfpack fit more with DX than the NWO, in all honesty. Yeah, that's the thing, like, he legit was, and to be honest, and that's the other thing too with the finger poke of doom, is that it was kind of, it's like we're back to square one. It's like the events of the whole year mean nothing. Like, at the end of, like, when Impaler...
1, 2.
No, this match might end in a tie. Like, yeah,
1,
it's just...
2, 3.
Oh, there he goes. Brood gets the win. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's the same thing. Like I missed that too. I did not recall that. I got into the chat too. Sometimes that happens, but that's okay. That's what replay's for. But yeah, Brood get the win. Solid match though. When because I was watching the match, but I was also chatting, so I think they did. I assume so. And since it was in our promotion match, also IGW is gonna get some bonus credits there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Like, because I think a lot about Nash and Scott Hall, like as wrestlers, just looking back, and both were really good talkers. I think Scott was probably a better in ring by a little bit, because I feel like he just had more of a finesse and style to his power that I felt like worked well with a lot of guys. I think Nash's character was definitely big and slow, but it worked. But both of them had great charisma, and they could talk really well too, which was great. And yeah, Nash should have definitely gone. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, I think at the end of the day, I think with the NW storyline, any ending would have been better than what ended up happening, which was nothing. Like, nothing happened. Like, because when 99 came about, when that happened, like, NWO was just like whatever. And by the time, like, for the end of the year of 99, like, it was like nothing. It's like that was the biggest thing ever from 96, mid 96 to 97, 98, 2.5 years, and they pretty much just wiped it away with that finger poke of doom. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I hate bringing this up every time, but the WrestleMania thing with the Bloodline, Cody losing, that felt like a finger poke of doom to me. Not as bad, because the match was still solid, but at least there was a match. But it almost felt like that. Like, it felt like after all that happened, it feels like it's just business as usual again. And it's just like you just... I mean, the NWO storyline's way better than the Bloodline story, don't get me wrong. But unlike the NWO storyline, the Bloodline story had a potential to have a great ending, which NWO's story never had. Next match, though, is a landmine deathmatch between Jericho and Cena. Because at the end of the day, like I said, like, I think a great way to end that NWO story, and I said this before too, because I read about it in some Reddit chat or whatever, some guy, and I thought it was brilliant. Like, the idea was NWO would get so big that everyone would be afraid of them or have joined them, and there was like no rebels left outside of like one or two people. And then the roles get reversed, where the outside guys probably like Sting, DDP, and whoever was left, would form together, and they would start pulling an Uno reverse on the NWO, and they start doing like backstage like shenanigans, attacking individual members, and start like pulling a switch on them, and then they cause friction in the group, and the group collapses. You know, and they form factions, and that way, and if you wanted to keep Wolfpack, you could have stemmed that from there, and have them win at the end as well. I think that would have been a great way to do it as well, but I also think that yeah, exactly, because then it would have worked there. I don't know what match would equate to that. Hi Eli, I'm doing good, Eli. How you doing? Another one that I brought up quite a bit that they could have done for Starrcade 97 if he chose to end it at 97, or at least like to some extent. That's good. That does remind me. I don't know if you caught it, Eli, but I started a YWA roleplay chat in the Campy Discord. Pretty much what that is, it's like D&D roleplay stuff through the YWA characters. I left something for your character in the chat, so whenever you get a chance, feel free to respond to it. Or have Goldberg, Sting, Bret Hart, Hogan. I mean, yeah. I mean, exactly. You still could have, with that story, you still could have done Wolfpack, you know, but it would have felt more. Oh, Sasha and Eli. Well, it's specifically like Eli guy. It pretty much what it is. I'll say it here just so that you have an idea, but I do because if you go to the Campy's company server, you go to YWA Roleplay Chat, pretty much what happened was, there it is. Let me adjust things here. Pretty much what it says is, because I added you, it says you see Educator walking to the building. You have the opportunity to talk to him about like your guys' match at YWA Gamma, and you have the option to either like talk to him or just walk away. So that's kind of what it is there. And then for certain responses, there'll be a roleplay wheel, which will have results of that action, and we'll go from there. There's already some examples of it earlier from other guys. Yeah, they're in the free agency as well. Yeah, I don't, and also for the roleplay wheel, I don't see us doing that for TWN because everyone's doing their own thing with their own promotions. And I wouldn't know how a roleplay wheel would work other than maybe if you guys wanted like your promotions to have like other shenanigans, like you're just working your offense, all of a sudden Hardcore Harley comes up to you and demands a title match or he walks. But that's kind of what the negative spins are for. You know, he had some success. All right, Cena versus Jericho. See how this one goes. But yeah, feel free to text or reply to that thing.
Hoi.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, it is awful. I was surprised it was still even available to buy when you said you bought it. I thought it was delisted at some point. I was surprised, but yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it isn't. I mean, the idea of your avatars being wrestlers, that's an okay concept for its own game, but to squeeze that in Fire Pro was just like a huge, like, mistake there. Hold on a sec. Shoot, I forgot to change the ring in the ref. My bad. Got too excited. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. I actually had that on PS2. I like that one. I reviewed that one way back when. Where is it? Alright, there we go.
Fight!
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ugh. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that one anytime soon. Review that one. I'm not gonna count it. When I do Fire Pro stuff or anything. I mean, nobody really does. and it's just not. Yeah, it's just not worth the look. But you know, if it's there, it's there. I mean, I'm sure there might have been one or two people or some people that may have liked it, but I don't know. Just one of those things. Oh, Lion Tamer.
Break.
Oh, 360. Oh. Oh yeah, because it was available through that. Okay. Yeah, that also makes sense. That's a bit more excusable because they're taking a game up from the Xbox PS2 generation and porting it over. So sometimes those kind of port overs have hiccups. So that's more understandable for sure.
Yeah.
They're like suplex.
1.
Go.
1, 2. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years later. Yeah, that's gonna make a difference. Codebreaker goes for a cover.
2. 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah.
Lion Tamer.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Yeah, I expect. Yeah, I expect it to be decent. Ooh, big maneuver. Oh, chair shot.
Yeah. Break.
Okay.
Yeah.
STFU, as
Give
Cena
up.
will call
Give
it.
up.
10 minutes gone.
Big counter.
Break. Whoa. 1, 2. Yeah. One, two.
Backbreaker. Bloodied up Jericho.
Break.
Ridiculous, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, ref is down. is. Oh, attitude adjustment. Skin of steel.
2, 3.
Oh, there we go. Super unfair, yeah. I get you there. I got a 94, wow. Alright, next match up is another 6-man tag action. The Wolfpack are going against the Guns. Everything can stay the same. TWL getting another rep here. Interesting. Alright, let's see how it goes here. I get ya. Sometimes those fighting games can't run always fair. The supers, wow. Porters, yeah.
Fight!
Starting with Bart and Savage. Gun Bart. Gun Bart, yeah. Gun. That's what LJC wanted, was Bart Gun. I mean, Billy Gun's taken. Sports Samson. Yeah,
Give up.
it is.
Give up. One, two.
More workovers there.
Gone.
Give up.
Dodge the elbow drop. Guard gets tagged in.
Give up.
Yeah, I never really got to explore my characters that work for me for those type of games in terms of fighting. That one stretched there. Oh, power bomb. Like Guile. Huh. Interesting, I didn't know that.
Give up. Give up.
Big press.
Gone.
One, two.
Big punch combo. Oh, running blockbuster. Oh, famous sir.
One, two.
Big chop. Yeah.
One, two. Give up.
Half grab.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
The older the game, the worse inputs are both charge and motions. Trash. You know, it's weird. It's funny. I don't play a lot of fighting games on older systems typically.
One, two.
But I don't play as You know what? I love fighting games, but I don't play them very often. And the biggest reason of why is because, well, a lot of it is because I'm not usually very good at them. And two, and a bigger one too, is the fact that, like just other stuff pull my attention. Like the Fire Pro stuff, the wrestling stuff, for example. Like, what I love about wrestling games is that they are like fighting games, but they're done in a way that feels very approachable.
1, 2.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, yeah, that's the biggest issue with fighting games, is that so many of them, you have to do crazy-ass combos to do, like, the actual legit, like, finishing moves. And I'm sorry, but I just feel like that maneuvers, like, shouldn't be that hard to pull off. Like, I'm not a fan of complex combos. I'm just not. Like, all moves shouldn't take that many button presses. It just feels like overkill to me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Two button supers. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, there should really just be a. It's kind of like wrestling. It should be a one-button finisher. 1 or 2 button finishes are needed at most. Like, you don't need to press like up, down, left, right, A, B, start, select, start to like do like one move. That's just ridiculous. That's why the acclaimed wrestling games couldn't keep going, because that system they had, they just wouldn't let it go, and it's just a system that nobody liked. I mean, they were legit better off just copying AKI system, like verbatim, and they would have still done better.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh,
13,
stole the jackknife from him.
15.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Yes, exactly. And I just on the floor, yeah. Yes, the SmackDown meeting. Fallaway slam. Yeah, the normal moves were just circle and for grappling it was circle or circle in direction. Attacks were like X or X in direction. Famous, sir. DDT right there. Swing neck breaker.
One, two.
Yeah, he was. Well, we're getting close to that time limit. Basically, we haven't had like a tie yet for these matches. This is the third of 4, so we'll just have to see. Brainbuster. CDT. I can just picture LGC watching this, wishing somebody get pinned. Oh, Ace Crusher goes for a cover. Ropes breaking up, unfortunately.
More seconds. 10 more seconds.
First tie. On my screen. I got a 95 though, but LJC is gonna have to go to the drawing board to figure that out. Next match though is a title match. It's for the tap out title. Owen Hart is defending it against Brett. He never said, he just said qualifiers. He never said it was a tournament. That's kind of the thing, because qualifiers can be separate from a tournament. If he said it was a tournament, I might have let it be on pretty much. I mean, that's the equivalent in this game. Like, submission matches and I Quit matches are pretty much the same thing in this game just because of design. That reminds me too, I have to catch up on guys for like stealing from the defunct promotion for the stables. I have to catch up on that. I'll do that after the stream here. Alright, everything's looking good. Alright, let's see how this one goes. Music not in yet. For both, apparently.
Fight!
Oh, counter. Oh, here comes CM Punk to help out Bret Hart. And since Bret's in another promotion, belt stealing awards will apply. Oh, just stole a maneuver.
5 minutes gone.
Pile driver. Oh, counter into an armbar.
Give up. Give up.
Oh, Dragon Sleeper.
Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up.
Oh, the Bulldog's coming down to help out Owen. Oh, chair shot in the back of the head.
10 minutes gone.
To a Boston Crab.
Give up.
Owen trying to break out, trying to break out of it. Spinebuster. Oh, it's going for it. Oh, Owen Tabs. We got a new champion. They're gonna get 4 credits for that one for stealing a belt. Alright, next match is another 6-man match. The lead against Kaientai. This will be the 4th and final one of the pay-per-view here. looking good there. Put over Kai and Tai. Yeah, Hank, I know, right? That's funny. Oh my god. Oh, that'd be great. Alright, let's see how this one goes.
Bang! Bang! Koyura. Fight! Yep!
Starting with Omega and Taka. Start things off in this one.
Give up.
One, two, three,
Chaos on the outside here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
One. 2.
Trip up there.
Give up.
5 minutes gone.
No big maneuvering there. Oh, Brainbuster.
Two, three, four, five,
Yeah!
6, 7,
Ooh, big maneuver there.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Waiting for him to stand. Oh, missile kick.
10 minutes gone.
Oh, setting him up. Oh, superplex. Oh, setting him up. Oh, sweet shin music. Oh, here comes Okada.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, Omega hits with the miss. Tombstone.
1, 2,
Cross body into a cover.
2, 3.
Oh! More credits for FTOA for the interpromotional win. Yes, 71 there. Elite getting the job done. But yeah, after all that said and done, like the only match that ended in a tie was the what was it? The Wolfpack and the Guns. So we'll just have to figure out how that goes. Oh yeah, that does remind me, since that was a tie. Alright. Next one though is for, we got some title matches coming up here. The first is for the GSW tag belts. Where are they? Legion of Doom from LOD from TWL, and this is specifically our tornado tag match. So that should be interesting. They're gonna go against MJF and Theory of GSW here. Alright, let's see how it goes here.
Fight! Yeah! Ha!
Man, it's gonna be a very chaotic match. It's gonna be hard to call. GSW, yeah. Let's see how things work out between the groups here.
Yeah! Stop! Give up!
Maneuvering. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the bigger reasons why you don't see tornado tag matches very often in wrestling promotions, is because it's very hard to coordinate and call. When you have them traditional style, it's easier to like progress through stuff. In storytelling as well, because the tornado tag, there's no hot tag stuff, so that kind of makes it a little trickier. Yeah, man, I can't remember the last time I saw one. I'm sure there was, but it's been a minute.
Give up.
Gives up, yeah, exactly.
Give up.
5 minutes gone.
Yeah. ECW is kind of an interesting take because they don't really enforce rules like that much, really, because it is supposed to be like hardcore wrestling.
Yeah!
So I don't know how often stuff like rope breaks or like that kind of stuff would be enforced.
1. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up.
Here comes Brock Lesnar.
4, 1.
Yeah, I remember. I watched Wrestling with Regret during some of his classic pay-per-view stuff. A match like that did happen. It was like, look, this is a cage match. Why are we doing tag rules? It's so stupid. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, PSN username. DK Soja. Hi, how you doing, DK? That's a good question. Oh, the Heat Seeker. Let me think. To be honest, I'm being legit. I don't remember it. I said that a guy asked in one of the other streams a while back, and the problem is that I don't look at my user profile a lot. I know it has like my name in it, but I don't remember if it has like numbers in it or not. It's definitely yeah, it's something I gotta start remembering because start remembering. Even though those Brock was a chair, I do it
Finish! One.
Although, to be honest, my PS4, yeah, I mean, if you join, if you're able to join the Campy Discord, I could probably post it on there so people are able to like see it and, you know, friend me if they wish to, or, you know, in case I forget and I have a reference to go to during streams.
Finish!
Yeah, I mean, yeah, rules can help for sure
Give up. Ha! Give
with
up.
that kind of stuff.
Give up. Ha! 1, 2, 3.
Something like that. Oh, he just stole the press power slam.
2.
Ooh.
Finish! Break.
Oh, Paul
Give
Ellering coming down to the
Give up.
ring.
Give up.
Well, ATL.
1, 2.
Oh.
Fool. Come on!
Oh.
Come on!
Legion of Doom retain. Wow, not a good match. According to people, 65. Oof, that's gonna hurt the average a little bit. I mean, benefits DPS though. He's gonna get like no TWO benefits TWO. They're gonna get 4 credits out of that. Yeah, I thought it was good too. For the Hall of Fame. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think that was a great match. Yeah, I think the reason why it's low for like that because, like I said, tornado matches can be tricky to follow, and if this is based on an audience score, I can see how like audiences may struggle getting into tornado tags because it's just chaos. But you know. It also, another big thing to keep in mind is that the match only lasted 14 minutes. It wasn't, in terms of tag length, it wasn't a super long match. So, that could have been a factor as well. Rank it. Re-rank it. Yeah, well, that's up to LJC on that stuff, and I don't know if he's active right now. And I will also say having a match re-ranked by the audience, by like the viewers, like that eats up a lot of credits. But here's the thing, like all you guys have like a shit ton of credits. So I mean, so you guys can like buy some like fuckery stuff with some of that. But now in the semi-main event here, we got the TWN National Championship on the line as Vader defends it against Christian. Yeah, which makes sense. For the sweet spot, at least. Yep, got everything down. And then... see how Christian does. Break a pin. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. When you have cup play on, like, it can really extend matches, too.
You think you know me. You think you know me. You think you know me. You think you know me.
Oh, yeah.
Fight!
But yeah, Hank, if you're still watching, I do plan on kicking off week 2 tomorrow with some your promotion, starting things off again since you were first to book for week 2. So keep an eye out for that. It'll probably be I want to say, like, I think, like, the earliest I'd probably do it is probably, like,
Give up?
7-ish Eastern time. I might do a second stream that night as well, I'm not sure. It just depends on, like, how things go. So... okay. Alright. So that'll all in prettier. Yes. Going for gold, yeah. Backslide.
One.
Ah, I get you there. Yeah. And backslide. You know, I will say this about the game. I do legit wish that they did a little bit more with weight classes in the game, because there's only 2 weight classes in the game, heavyweight and junior. Like, I kind of wish there was, like, a light heavyweight category, maybe a super heavyweight category, you know, because there are definitely because the biggest reason why is because you can make belts designated to, like, juniors and not, and I kind of wish that we had some, like, light heavyweight guys that could still compete as a junior, but could also compete as a heavyweight as well. But it is what it is. There might be different, like, things that go into that too, without touching him. Yeah, I think, well, the counter system is great with that, because the counter system is, when you go edit a wrestler, when you pick their style, you also pick their counter style. So, if you want someone to counter moves like a giant, you just make them counter like a giant. That's a big thing there, right there.
1, 2.
Spinebuster. German with the bridge, with the rope save Christian. Ooh, choke slam. Back suplex. Oh, gut buster.
10 minutes gone.
Break.
German with the bridge.
1, 2. One, two.
Splash.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Vader with the win. Another retention for LJC. He gets a little choice option for defending that belt. $87, nice. Wins it with the splash. Yeah. Now for the main event here for the GSW Championship. Ken Shamrock will be defending it against Samoa Joe. Oh yeah, that was a great one. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean with Flair. I mentioned earlier in the last stream or something like that about timeless wrestlers. Like, Flair to me, like, he's one of my personal favorite wrestlers because, like, my biggest thing I love about him is that his whole thing works in every generation. Like, no matter what generation he's in, he works. Even when you get to the Ruthless Aggression era during Evolution and all that, like, it works. Like, it's crazy. That's something I always like. And it's just one of those things. He just works so well, like, no matter, like, the change of times and stuff. Let's see. Alright, yeah. And then... Ooh, shoot, I had it. Oh, man, I had it, too. There we go. And then... No, not Ken, jeez. Samoa. Alright, let's see how this one goes here. Need to fix those themes there.
Fight!
Yeah, that's the thing, like, it is possible, but the problem the problem is that these promotions don't know how to give them what they want. Because all these promotions, like, they get so caught up in their plans that they don't realize that at the end of the day, they just need to give the audience, like, what they want. I mean, yeah, granted, it may not always yield like the best long-term storytelling, but at the end of the day, like like I said, like, yeah, like Cody or Sami Zayn, yeah, them winning, especially Zayn, like, it may not lead to a lot of long-termness overall, but at the same time, it's like, you're not gonna gain any new fans if you just keep denying them, like, cool shit, those moments. Because let me tell you something, people, that WrestleMania main event, people aren't going to be remembering, oh wow, Roman Reigns is so awesome, be able to defend the belt like that and all. They're going to be thinking, oh my god, it's really still going, I can't believe it, we waited 3 years for a great ending and they still not pull the trigger. I mean, I know some people justify it like, oh, you know, long-term storytelling, but I'm like, you can talk about long-term storytelling all you want, but there's absolutely zero reason why Reigns needs those belts at this point, or even the storyline. I mean, he's cemented. I mean, WWE accomplished their goal. He's cemented. Like, no matter what happens to him in his reign and everything, he's cemented. I don't get, like, the need to keep it on there. Yeah, exactly. I keep talking about that. How are they gonna top what they just had? They had 2 outs, 2. They could have chose either one of them, and they both would have worked. The Sami Zayn one probably would have been a little better, but both were good, and they said no to both. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna watch Backlash. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm just like that took it took a little bit out of me. It really did. Like, to be honest, like, I just don't feel like, I mean, let me scratch that. I may watch it for anything to do with, like, strong style Sheamus and McIntyre and Gunther. I may watch it for that. There are still reasons to watch it outside of the bloodline, but man, it's so tough to get into. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm just kind of low-key ready for them. I don't know. It's just like, to me, like, when you put the main belt on a guy, it's never with the intention that it's gonna be for eons, in my opinion. They put him on them because not only is he the best, but because people want to see him as champion. You know, like heel champions work because nobody wants to see them with. Oh, look at that! Shamrock retains. He just wore him pretty fast. 75. Alright, now I'm going to do some calculations for this pay-per-view here. Okay. Alright, LGC's pay-per-view got an 83. Okay, I'll be calculating stuff. For profit and stuff for LJC, but yeah, very solid pay-per-view. Like the the X65 MJ the tag match with LOD probably hurt the up the scale a little bit. I mean, because really all the matches were pretty much solid number-wise, except for the Lee Kaientai match. That was a 71. That was okay. MJF and the tag match was 65. That was a little rough. The main event was a 75. That's reasonable. Although there was a lot of matches on the show that had exceptional range there. But yeah, very solid pay-per-view. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna be streaming tomorrow. Like, definitely at the very least, it's gonna be the SWA CF Championship Fighting Show. Gonna be doing that. Might be doing YWA Blast. We'll have to see how things get paced. But odds are I'll probably do that one too. And then after that, I think there won't be a stream Thursday. I don't think there will be a stream Thursday because of my work. But we'll have to see. But I wouldn't count on it. Friday, there'll definitely be streams Friday. I'm probably gonna do. If I do stream Thursday, it's gonna be a very, very like short paper show, like a TWN show or something like that. Singular show, but probably not. But the next day though will definitely be a 2-streamer. I'll probably do a TWN thing, and I want to try to do No Mercy. Try to do those created stuff, get that rolling again there. But yeah, outside of that though, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. In case you guys want to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, and you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You find a link to that in the About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab in our channel as well. You can access that anywhere, anytime. We also have a Patreon page as well. Main goal of the page is to raise money for the channel, to give the channel a bigger budget to do more ambitious things, and also start making merchandise for the channel as well. And the merchandise itself, we gear toward aspects of the channel that you guys enjoy. So any support we get for that is much appreciated. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.